If you design presentation slides and you want more features and you expect more from PowerPoint, today I'm going to tell you about this amazing tool called Affinity Designer. This tool is amazing, easy to learn and easy to create. Hey guys, Creative Venus here, and let's create something today which is amazing. So in this tutorial I'm going to tell you about the features which I'll be using to design a presentation slide. So we will not cover everything, but only the limited items which will help you to create a beautiful slide design, right? So here you will find this tools panel. So it's very easy. So let's quickly go through each item. And this is the move tool. You can move anything around. This is the artboard. So our artboards is a collection of design items. For example, if you want to create 10 slides in this software, then we have to create these 10 artboards. So that's what artboard is. And this is the node tool. Like if you have created some shape and you want to edit something, then you click on the node tool to change the node. So this is called the node tool. And of course the corners, you can, this is the corner tool and you can make them rounded using this tool. And this is called the contour tool. You can create these outlines like this. Of course this is the pen tool. You can create custom shapes using it, and these are the straight lines, but you can also create curves while pressing shift. And this is how you can create shapes using pen tool. This is called the pencil tool. As the name suggests, you can draw anything. And this is called the vector brush again. And of course you can adjust the width, color and everything about this tool. This is called the fill tool. You can fill any color you want. Like this, you can change the color of this vector brush. To make it clear, let's remove all these items. Let's fill this square with the fill tool. So this is how you can fill the color in this tool, and these are the two nodes, and you can change the color from here. And this is called the transparency tool. You can add the transparency like this, and you can place image here. If you want to place an image here, you can use this tool. And this is called the crop tool. As the name suggests, you can crop any design. And these are the shapes, and this is the text. You can write any text. Of course you can't see it because the font size is small. Let's make it 200. And this is the color picker. If you want to pick the color, and you will see the color here. And this is the move tool. You can move the artboard. So that's the tools panel. Now on the right side, let's take a look at the few items which are important to learn. So this is called the swatches. Here you can add your color palettes. For now I have used this color palette, and here you can see the appearance panel. Every shape, like in PowerPoint, has the fill and the outline. Currently you'll see that the stroke is 0. So let's increase the stroke, and now you'll see the stroke here. So that's how you can change the stroke and the fill here. Of course you can change the transform, the height and width from here, or by manually you can adjust them. And the last thing which is important to remember, it's called the layers. So like in PowerPoint we have that selection pane where you can stack things on the top of each other. Same is the process here. You can arrange these shapes like this. So if this is the second rectangle, and let's place one more rectangle. So this is how you can create many layers. And then of course you add these effects over it. And from here you can change the opacity. So for now, these are the options you should remember to create a basic yet beautiful slide like in minutes. So let's start with the tutorial now. So let's pick this rectangle tool. So before that, just click on this snapping. By snapping I mean everything will snap to the shapes, grid and the objects. So let's draw this rectangular shape. So by default it has picked this gradient color which we do not need. So click on this color here, go to app, click on fill and click on this color and remove the stroke. We do not need stroke. So this is the background. Our background is done. Pretty simple. Next thing is we need to add this pen tool and we need to design a custom shape here, and for that let's click on the snapping, because else it will start snapping to the grid here. The grid is not visible right now because I have turned it off. So if I add the grid, so it will look like this, and if I click on snapping, it will start snapping to the grid. So that's why I have switched it off. So let's create a custom shape here. Slightly zoom out, press shift while designing. So this is the custom shape that we have created, and this is a very weird shape. It doesn't matter how it looks. What matters is the random design. Let's go to layer and click on it so that we can select it. Currently it's hollow, nothing is filled inside it, so we need to fill a gradient color. Go to fill tool and start filling the color in it. So we will fill the linear color. Click on it and let's add gradient stops like we have in PowerPoint. Click on the first gradient stop, click on color, use this pen tool and move here, and let's add this color and click on this button. The color will add it on the first gradient stop. Now click on the second gradient stop, again click on color, again pick the color from the color palette, pick this second color. Now the color is visible here, click on it. Oops, we need to select the second gradient stop here and again pick the color and click on this button. Now click on the third gradient stop, click on color, pick the color picker and pick the color here and click here. So this is the third color, and click on the last gradient stop, again pick the color picker and let's pick this background color again and click here, and now we can adjust the colors like this. So this is how it looks right now. So I think this looks fine, and now we need to duplicate it, and now you'll see the magic. In order to duplicate it, you need to press Ctrl J, and now we have another layer here, and now you can rotate it like this and place it here. Slightly make it smaller like this, and now go to appearance here and remove the stroke. We need only the fill part, and here let's add some opacity on this third gradient stop so that we can see through it. So we have kept it like 37%, let's make it 30. Similarly on the last gradient stop, again add some transparency, the opacity. In PowerPoint it is called transparency. On the second one as well, reduce the opacity like this, and rotate it like this, and then now you need to adjust it so that it looks good and it balances with the overall tonality of the slide. From bottom, I think we should expand it like this. Again, duplicate it and create the third layer, and let's add the third layer here like this. So now you can see the beautiful effect here, how it looks, the kind of texture we have created. Let's slightly zoom in and you can see the quality here, the quality of the texture, then the kind of color blooms. It looks really beautiful. And now you can add your content here. Let's do one more thing. Yep, this is the background one. Control J. And let's add some elements on the left as well, so that these are slightly visible like this. And now you can add the text. So let's write like Creative Venus and change the font here to, let's use this font, this always looks good. Keep the font to 48 points and change the color to this yellow and click on this button. This will align the text to middle. So currently it's in the middle and this is the bottom. Slightly zoom in so that you can see it properly. So this is top align, middle align and the bottom align. So let's keep it at the middle and slightly move to the left like this. And you can also add the guides here, like if you want to place something at certain position, so you can always do this. So let's remove the guide for now and Control J will duplicate it. And now let's create a heading and let's write like something random, like imagination is, let's write imagination is and change the color to this green one and click on press Alt and then drag it from this point, this additional node you see here, and then Control J again and add the second line here while pressing Shift and then write powerful and increase the font size like this. And slightly move the text here so that it balances well. And this portion looks empty. Of course you want to write something here, so let's add some stat you want to showcase. It could be anything, you have to be creative here. So let's write here like 85% and let's increase the font size to 288 points like this, so it is not visible, readable. So let's change the, yes, this looks fine. And go to effects, and under effects you will find these effects. So there are many effects here. So what we need is outer shadow. Let's add a shadow effect. So everything is fine. Let's increase the radius so that the shadow radius is visible. Slightly reduce the opacity, increase the offset and the radius again. So this is how it looks. And then again press Ctrl J and press Alt and reduce the font size, and let's write the text like what does 85% represents. So it could be like uh, return on investment. So let's make it center line and see if we can change the color, but I don't think so it will look nice. So make sure both are selected, and here you can align to center and then Ctrl G to group. So this is now a grouped item here. Press Ctrl Shift and then drag from the corner to increase the size like this, and align to middle like this. Again click on this pen tool and draw this kind of a shape, a box. Go to app and here change the color to white and increase the stroke size like this. I think 8 points is fine, and let's change the join to rounded. And let's change the opacity as well. Like this. And then Ctrl J to duplicate and rotate it like this. And you can see here this looks really amazing, this kind of a design. And this second line we can adjust the transparency here and make it less. Transparent. So this is how it looks, and here we can add small text. Ctrl J and let's bring it down here, and let's write some sample text here. So, and we will also change the font here. So this is a dummy text. This design is created using Affinity Designer. Please subscribe, like and share the video. Let's change the font to this font. And make sure these are all left aligned. And then you can do some last minute changes and some adjustments, and then you can also add some text here or add some page number here. So this is like the final design, and this is the output you can see. And now we can view it on the full screen. But before that, let's export it. Go to export and PDF, high quality 300 dpi, and export, and this will create a beautiful slide design. I hope you like this tutorial, and here's the final output.